What's up guys, GamerBite checking in, and I've got a little bit of a tutorial here for you today on Adobe Premiere Pro and how to record audio over a video. So this is good for gameplay commentaries or maybe dubbing over your Uncle Steve at the wedding, whatever you're going to use it for. This is how you do it. So let's go ahead and open up Adobe Premiere Pro. And we'll just start with the default work environment, and we're going to leave it named Untitled because that's what I always leave my garbage as. And our input, I know the video that I'm bringing in is 720p, so I'm going to leave it as 720p. Now if your video is rendered in or recorded in a different format, and you're going to want to change it here, and there's more on that in my previous video that you really should check out if you haven't already. So we'll go ahead and say OK, and this loads into our default workspace. Now my default workspace here is the effects workspace, and I haven't changed anything. If your page doesn't look like my page, very simple way to fix that is to come up here into effects, workspace, click on effects, and you'll be where I'm at. If it still looks messed up, then go down here, hit reset current workspace, say yes, and it'll reset to the very, very basic default page. So first thing we want is to bring in our video. In my case, I'm going to go ahead and bring in a Tribes of Sin video that I recorded just the other day. We're going to go ahead and drop that down into our sequence, and we can see we've got the video here, and the audio is going to drop down to audio 5. Now why did it drop down into audio 5? That's because the audio here is in stereo. The audios 1 through 4 currently on my system are set as mono. So it will drop a stereo audio track into its own track. Now I know that I want to record in stereo and not mono, and so what I'm going to do is go ahead and add a track. Now this is also good for if all of your other audio tracks are filled up. You can go ahead and just add one here. We'll scroll down, not sideways, and we can see we've got an audio 6 now. Let's jump up here into our audio mixer, and we can see that, okay, gameplay audio is in audio 5. So I want to change this and name it as gameplay. And that way it's going to remind me not to record over my gameplay and, potentially cause me problems. It's not going to delete anything or actually record over the audio in the file that you've got, but what it'll do is it'll cause extra work for you in the long run. I'm going to rename audio 6 as commentary. And that's commentary with 2 M's, Andrew. So we get commentary set up here, and now we've got, down in our sequence, we've got gameplay and commentary. So it's very clear which stream is for which thing. Next thing we need to do is set up this track to record our audio. So first thing we want to do is set it to write, prime it with our mic, and then go ahead and hit record. Now it has not started to record, but it is ready to. And when it is ready to record, all you have to do is hit play. You can also hit spacebar to get this to go, but once you hit play, it's going to start recording audio. Now, let's say you got into an error right here. You hit enable track for recording, and it popped up and said, no, you can't do that because you don't have a mic. Simple fix is to come up here to edit, preferences, audio hardware, and click on this ASIO settings. Right here, this shows all of the audio track or audio inputs on your computer as defined by your mixer down here. So it says I've got 3 inputs. Now I've only got the one checked because it's the only one I ever use. I could use the mic in the back of my computer, but frankly it's a crappy mic and I don't want to use it. So I'm not going to give myself the opportunity to accidentally use that mic to record when I can record with my high quality one that I have here. So I'm just going to leave that as is and say okay. Now if you do have multiple mics, you can click on your drop down menu here and choose which one you want to use. Like I said, I only use the one, so I only want the one to be selected. I don't want to ever record a commentary and then have to go back and re-record it because I selected the wrong input. Now that we're set to go, we're ready to hit play, and you're itching, you want to reach up there and hit play, but wait! Before you go any farther, what you gotta do, for me, is I gotta mute my gameplay. I can't have my gameplay playing in my ears. If I'm listening to myself talk and I'm trying to talk, it's the most distracting thing in the world. Now, let's say I've got 32 audio streams. I know you're not probably ever going to have 32 audio streams, but let's say that we do, theoretically. And we don't want to have to go through and mute every one of those. If we simply hit the solo track here, you can see there, automatically muted all the other audio streams. Now, maybe I do want to hear my gameplay, but I don't want to hear everything else. I accidentally clicked that. Next thing would be to solo that track. So now you're soloing 2 tracks, which is kind of a paradox, but in the program it works, so we're not going to argue with it. So we're all set. Now, if we do start to record, we're going to hear ourselves talk. It's going to echo. And let me give you an example of that, because as I start to record, you guys are going to hear a double recording here. What I'm going to do is just drop the master volume down to 0, and voila. Now you can't hear me talking, and I can't hear me talking either. Once you're done, go ahead and hit stop or spacebar, and you can see down here we now have our commentary. And if we expand it, we can see we got left and right channels, and we can zoom in on it, and you can see all line it up and get it all synced and everything. And yeah, you're pretty much ready to go. Last thing you want to do is re-increase that master audio, and let me just scroll that over so you can see what I did. Remax that volume and then listen to it all the way through. Make sure that everything is playing. Before you ever render out, you always want to listen to it one more time, because I've done it where I still have my other gameplay soloed. Big problem right there. I've recorded and output the video and gotten it all ready to go, listen to it, and all I can hear is my voice droning on. That's not what I wanted. I wanted to have the ambient music and the gameplay and the explosions and everything going on. So anyways, this is just a quick video, a 7-minute quick video on how to record audio and any problems you might run into. Leave your comments down in the description below. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you, because maybe it's out there going to help somebody who's a friend of yours or a subscriber on YouTube. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy your day. Have fun recording those commentaries. Gamerbite checking out.